Trading days, July 2nd, 2016. This is a daily chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The black lines are the daily price. The red line is the geocentric Bradley or sidereal graph. It's the original Bradley developed in 1947 by Donald Bradley. It would be best if you read the one page in section 9 first. That kind of highlights the main points. And what I like to do, because this isn't, it's far from 100% accurate, I like to find two other indicators that support the Bradley. And you could use technical analysis, astros, Elliott waves, whatever else you use. You try and use it as a confirming indicator. Now, let's look at a couple of these, and I'll look here at May 21st, 2015. So you can see the Bradley, and this is what we're looking for, turns in the Bradley. The amplitude doesn't mean anything, this big move down here. This could have been a very small move. The amplitude, don't consider it. As I said in the notes, there's no polarity. In other words, this looks like it's coming down, the indicator, the Bradley indicator, and going up. Well, let's see what happened. If we go up, it was at a top, but as the Bradley turned up, the price turned down. So all this indicator is showing you is that there's going to be a change in trend. And here it went up, and then it went down. And here it went down, and then it went up. So there's, if you understand now, there's, when I say no polarity, it is just a turn and doesn't indicate the direction of the turn. Beyond that, it's not 100% accurate. What I found through use is that sometimes these little squiggles, I'll call them, it comes down and does a little move up and then down again, or vice versa. They often are, it isn't just these sharp ups, up and downs. It's sometimes these little ones. I watch them very closely. The actual turn will happen on one of these rather than, well, let's see, did we get a turn down here? Well, we didn't get a turn down here. This is an interesting one anyway. If you look up, that's right, it was here, and at the turn it sped up and then it went sideways, really. So that was one of our options. It went up to sideways, although the sideways is fairly short, and then it went down. And it went down, well, yeah, it went down, right, almost on this this little move up here. And I guess I've just brought up another point I should have mentioned. Give these 2 or 3 days either side. 2 anyway. Anything else I wanted to say on this? Let's look at this one. So here's another one. It's come down. It's made a turn here. If we look up to the price, it's at that identified a top, and so we started up, or the Bradley started up, and price started down. So this identified a turn. This identified a turn. They're both in the opposite direction. You also get situations like this. This Bradley has come down and made a low. It's popped up and then gone back down again. And what happened in the middle here, well, first of all, let's look at this side. And well, that was that whole slide down of about 5 days, so that's not a very good thing to watch. Although that would have, if you followed just the indicator, you may have got in at that point. But when we came up here, it made a high with the indicator, and then as the Bradley went down, price went down. So sometimes it does tie in, but in the long term, you won't find a good correlation between the Bradley and price as far as polarity. So there is no polarity using the Bradley. So the other main points are in section 9, and that's all I'm going to say on this one. Thanks for listening.